Hi everyone. Happy Halloween, happy Day of the Dead, happy Samhain, whatever it is that you guys follow, believe in. I decided to do this reading for everyone just to get a sense of what the energy is going to be for you during this time of year. Hopefully we can gain some type of message, guidance, perspective, insight as always. These are the intentions for my readings for you guys. And then just have fun with it and see what messages come through. I do have a few decks here that I'm going to use. These two are tarot decks, but I also have 3 other oracle decks that I'm using. We're looking into the shadow here since it is more of a dark energy read. So we're using the Dark Mirror Oracle. We're also going to be using the Witching Hour Oracle for some guidance. And then the Seasons of the Witch Oracle. And this one is just to, I don't know, get a sense of what type of ritual or what you should be focused on. If you do lead your life as a witch, you don't have to identify as a witch, but you know, during this time of year, as the veil thins, we are welcoming in the dark and giving thanks for the light, right? But we're going toward the cold, we're going toward the winter, the darkness, and death is coming through in all forms. So it is a transformative moment, which is why it is extremely, I guess you would say, perfect for divination, because this veil is thinning during this time of year, just as it does in the spring. The ability to go into the different realms and different dimensions and even communicate with, you know, past loved ones or things like that. And also just our senses are overly heightened, especially if you are a sensitive person or if you're clairvoyant or psychic. If you do any type of divination, this is an ideal time for that. And then just ritualistic magic, right? Setting some intentions, again, giving thanks for the light and welcoming in the dark at this time. So we'll see what type of messages come through. We'll see what these readings are like. This is going to be one entire video for all 12 signs. So these readings are going to be fairly short. But again, it's just to provide some insight and perspective into your current Halloween, Samhain, Day of the Dead time of year here in 2024. And if this video reaches you in any other year, any other time, you know, hopefully there is a message that you can take out of it. All right, I hope all that made sense. Again, click the like button if you got anything out of today's reading. If you want me to do different types of readings, not just the monthly collective readings for each sign, let me know. I would be happy to take some suggestions and see where we can go with this channel. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you there as well. All right, so let's get started. Going to start with Scorpio, since we are in Scorpio season. The sun is in Scorpio at this time. Scorpio, starting with the Dark Mirror. So we're going to see what's in the shadow for the Scorpio group that I'm picking up on today. Scorpio, please. All right, Naked Before the Stars. So I am getting some vulnerability here with this card. So the need to close or bring down the walls and open up to be seen, I'm feeling. I also think that you are seeing yourself in a different way as well. There's a lot of body consciousness going on with the Scorpio group that I'm picking up on. Maybe your body in general is transforming, right? Because we're talking about the transformative quality of this time of year. You know, and so there are, during our birthdays, especially as you are turning a different age, maybe some of you are heading toward one of those bigger milestone birthdays, but yeah, there's some body consciousness, taking a look and reflecting at, you know, your current state as it relates to your health, to your look, and then also just being unafraid to open up, be seen, be looked at, whether you are accepted or not. I feel that some of you have maybe some body issues, maybe throughout your life. That's been one of your things. And at this time, it's like you want to get rid of these traumas, of these blockages in your mind, and just love yourself more and accept yourself more. And allow others to accept you as well. Allow others to, I'm hearing the words like worship or cherish, or just like really take care of you, but not just internally, externally as well. I do feel that there's a lot of sensuality and sexuality coming through at this time. So maybe some of you are connecting with your partner, and you are feeling that, you know, in order to create intimacy, you do have to open up and be receptive to their love, be receptive to their affection, and to the fact that somebody here really, really admires you, and sees you in a different light compared to what you're normally used to seeing yourself in. So naked before the stars. All right, so we're looking at the Seasons of the Witch Oracle. Yeah, I do feel there's a lot of like observation, like body consciousness here. Looking in the mirror, seeing the changes in your body, in your face. You know, just like what can you do better? Where can you, I don't know. And then I'm also picking up on like changes in hair, changes in wardrobe. Elders. Okay, yeah, so maybe some of you feel like you are getting older, and therefore your body is changing, your body is looking different, your face is looking different. And this is, I'm so sorry if this is triggering anyone. I recently turned 40, and in the past couple of years, I have drastically changed. I feel, you know, I mean, you just see it, right? Like you see it when you're looking in the mirror. You see it when you're, you know, putting on your clothes that normally fit you a certain way. And then next thing you know, they fit you different. So yeah, I understand. It is part of life, and it doesn't have to be negative. It could be, you could embrace it and work with it. Understand that you are transforming. And sometimes the transformation within it reflects outwardly as well. And so, you know, seeing your new look, maybe you're looking at yourself with new eyes, right? Like you see you're a different person in the reflection when you're looking in the mirror now. And identifying and pinpointing like the changes, but also, seeing that it's beautiful. Okay. The elders here, birthed from seed within the belly of the moon, they are the wise felt touches over our hearts and felt deep within marrow of our spirit. I do think that your ancestors, especially for those that have passed over and are in the other realms, I think that it is okay to remember them more consciously at this time. When you are in ritual, when you are in these dark moments during Samhain, Day of the Dead, Halloween, right, during this week, connect. There's an elder, there's an ancestor here that wishes to connect with you at this time. Okay. And if they are alive, still connect. There's a message, there is a synchronicity or something like that this elder would like to give, whether that is consciously or not. And it's just the wisdom, right? The wisdom that comes with aging on this timeline, on this planet that we are in. Unfortunately, our vessels, our bodies are not infinite. They do transform and they change, right? So we notice that, we accept that. But with that comes wisdom as well. So there's something about wisdom here coming through. What have you learned, especially, you know, you Scorpio suns, where right now it is your birthday time, right? Like, what have you learned? Where have you matured? What parts of life do you think have changed for you, right? In the last year or few years, something like that. And then familiar. I think the advice here is to use your familiars to help with this transformative time, and the fact that our familiars accept us no matter what. They are here to protect us. And maybe your ancestor is coming through your familiar as well. So for those of you who have pets, or you know, maybe you think of them as, you know, or do they have the soul of one of your ancestors? I do think that of my cat, to be honest. So I know what that's like. All right, just to get a little bit more clarity and insight, I'm pulling some tarot here. So you have the Page of Cups. Yeah, just love yourself. Love yourself. Be nice to yourself. Treat yourself good. Self-care, self-love. There may be a new opportunity for connection and for love coming through within this year of your birth. Of your life, I mean. I don't know why I said birth. Maybe somebody is birthing something. Maybe someone will be having birth this year. And I'm also picking up on the year. All right, so you have Page of Cups and Judgment. Maybe some of you are going to the cemetery. Maybe it would be a good idea to go to the cemetery. If you do, take your familiar with you. Connect with your ancestors. Show them the maturity. Show them the wisdom that you have gained. And see what they have to say, right? Get the messages from them. They, at this time of year, want to be remembered. You know, if you believe in the Day of the Dead concept, and it doesn't have to be the Mexican, you know, South American tradition, the Celtics and, you know, all of the old religions also did this as well, right? So it is a time of remembrance. It is a time to show our ancestors love. You have the Devil. And the Three of Swords. Yeah, there's some healing going on here at this time as well. Just be careful to not, not approach it too mischievous or negative, right? Or don't go too extreme. But I do think that some of you might be acting in your shadow. There could be some seduction coming through really strongly as well to get back at somebody. Okay, so we are talking shadow time here, right? The dark side of ourselves. So somebody could be feeling like really overly confident and overly powerful and using their powers of seduction here to get back at someone, but in a sense, subconsciously trying to heal themselves, right? So the idea of, you know, let me get back at this person so I can feel better, right? Like hurt people. No judgment. It happens. I do think that some of you are doing that at this time. And it's just like, okay, take a step back. How much have you matured, right? Maybe this was your old self that used to do this before, but you are not your old self anymore. You know, you're different now. You're more mature now. You have more wisdom now. So trying your best to focus on those things rather than giving into temptation would be the best bet for you at this time. Be careful with rituals that have to do with that type of magic. Okay. All right, Scorpio. So that was your little reading there. All right. So let's go into the next sign. After Scorpio comes Sagittarius. Let's see what your shadow energy is, Sagittarius. This is me. All right. This is me. So the phrase for this card is, I cannot recognize myself, but I'm still me. I cannot recognize myself as I can't remember the road that led me here. How can I see the road ahead? You are in an acceptance phase here with this card. So you might be feeling like you just woke up out of a dream, or you just became aware of your situation, of your circumstance, and the past year or maybe few years, you've just been on autopilot. And now, for some reason, the Sagittarius is awake and is aware and is looking around their surroundings and trying to think of, like, how did I get here? You know, what happened that I find myself in this situation that I'm in at this time? So, and then the other part that I'm getting is, this is me. It's still me, right? Like, you may be in a different environment. Something has changed drastically in your life, in your routine, maybe your home, your job, your love life, like, you know, the big things, right? But even though there's so much change that you have recently been through, you are still you, right? Like, you're still showing up as you and who you are. And for some of you, it's accepting the fact that this is the new environment, accepting the fact that this is the new you. You are doing something different. I'm getting that strongly. You're doing something different. You're not living the way you used to live. You're not thinking how you used to think. The priorities you once had are different. So yeah, but it's like, okay, but this is still me, right? Like, yes, it is still you. Just because you have gone through transformation and change doesn't mean that now you live this type of life, you have this type of belief system, you have this type of consciousness, you know, you work at this type of place or whatever the change is. It doesn't mean that it's fake. It doesn't mean that it's not you, right? We evolve. We are meant, as humans, we are meant to evolve. Change is inevitable, whether that's internal or external. Some people are more open to it. Some people understand it. Some people hate it. Regardless, change is there. And at this time of year, it is the year of transformation. I mean, the time of transformation, sorry. And maybe for some of you, it has been literally the year, right, of transformation for you. Okay, Sagittarius, so your mischief here, number 25. Keep your eyelids open and sight sharp as nails, for there is something trailing behind your tail. Be careful with the people you have around you. Be careful with people who are using you or do not have your best interests in mind. You know, you are in a new place, right? But your consciousness is different. Your sight is different. I'm feeling like your environment and what you look like, what you're looking at day to day is different. There's something around that's like you're opening your eyes. Your eyes have opened and you are seeing the people in your life as well. And who are they, right? Or like maybe for some of you, it's time to reevaluate your circle and really get a sense of, you know, now that I am in this new place, now that I have changed, right? However you've changed, who belongs in this new phase, in this new chapter of my life, and who doesn't. Yeah, something is really new for you here with the initiation. I think that if you are going to do any ritual for welcoming in the new would be good for this group of Sagittarians that I'm picking up on. Right? Like, I'm getting consecration, okay? So if you are in a new home, in a new environment, in a new, like, grounds, like the ground that you step on, the ground that you live on, something like that is new. It's time to, like, solidify it. And I'm getting, like, this really strong, committed, you know, type of feeling here. And I feel like you need earth, like you need to ground, you need to make yourself steady, make yourself heavy, make yourself like stand your ground, conviction with all of your conviction, with all of your might, you know, like there's something around that. There's something about like you are setting the stage or building a foundation right now. And so you want to make sure that you have a clear mind and you are completely aware, your eyes are completely open because you are creating and building a foundation. So you don't want cracks. You don't want to mess anything up because this is the start of the rest of your life, I'm feeling. So ritual, right, from a spiritual perspective, during this time, if you decide to do rituals for initiation and the new, the fresh, the new start, the welcoming in to something, being a part of something new. At the same time, there may be some temptations around you as well, and distractions that may be throwing you off. You are in a good place, Sagittarius. You are blessed. It's a matter of how you are conducting yourself at this time or perceiving your current situation is big. Seeing the good, seeing the positive, staying the course, I'm hearing with the Page of Wands. Like, it is a new start, but it's important to remember why. It's important to stay positive. It's important to stay enthusiastic and have fun with it. Here with the sun, you know, try to stay in this high energy and this high vibe, and try to avoid the temptation to go down here. And I mean, mischief could mean other people, but I'm also feeling for some of you, the mischief is you. Okay. Keep your eyelids open and sight sharp as nails, for there is something trailing behind your tail. It's like when our priorities are on something big and on something specific, and all of our actions and choices everything is focused on creating this thing or building this thing. Of course, we're not going to see all the other angles around us, and we may miss things, right? So from the get-go with you, I felt you are open. Your eyes are open. So now you may be looking at those other views and around you, to see what's out there. And there may be some things, people, situations, energies, something like that, who are just don't have your best interests in mind. Or this may be you. Eight of Wands. This is, I always get mixed up with the Emperor. Is this the Emperor? No, Hermit. Sorry, this is number 9. Yeah, I mean, staying enthusiastic, staying high, something it wants to go quickly. And it can go quickly here with the Sun, the Page of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. This is very fiery, but you have the Hermit here saying, don't talk about, there you go. That's it. That is your advice. Do not talk about what you're doing. All right. As soon as somebody hears about what you're doing, that's when people are going to come through and there's selfish reasons, there's selfish stuff that somebody here is going to want to do once they hear about what you're building. Okay. The initiation, this new thing, this new place that you're in, this new whatever, right? Because is this me? That's also a new energy. Something is going really fast. You're being blessed. You're at the right place at the right time. Remember to have the enthusiasm and maintain that, and stay quiet, stay smart, make smart choices. Don't talk about it. Stay hidden. Do your thing in private. Okay. That is your message. All right, let's go and read for Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. What is your dark message for Samhain, Day of the Dead, Halloween, for the Capricorn? I won't cry for you. Number 22. Yeah, some of these I do have to read, guys. I'm so sorry. There's so many oracles that I'm using today. Let's see. Sometimes when it's over, closure must be created, not just found. I gave you my last gift. I shed my last tear for you. It's a time not to let you free, but to let myself free. All right. Well, clearly you guys are ending something. Okay. So it is a time of ending here during this transformative dark season. I think that for the group that I'm picking up on, you guys have really shed some, what is it? Blood and tears here in this situation. It's like a lot went in to it, whether it was a relationship, it was a, I don't know, a long time position you had, like a job, or maybe you're moving. But either way, there's a lot of history. Because these tears, they're bloody tears, right? Like that, to me, that is like you were invested, you were in it. It was a part of you. Like a part of you is actually coming out of you, right? Like you're shedding, but I'm getting more from within, like not shedding skin, but like an exorcism, almost like literally a energy field, like an energetic apparition, spirit, something, you know, is literally coming out of you at this time. Okay. And it's like you're refusing to cry for it. You have silence. I don't think that many people know you feel this way. It says, there is a sweet embrace in the nothingness stillness brings, a presence of self fully embodied. Now that this is out of your life or out of your body, you have silence again. It's not loud anymore. Right? Like maybe this thing was causing a lot of drama before. Maybe there was a lot that you had to put up with before. Maybe you are getting out of something that was super toxic, you know, and it's out and it's done and you're gone, or the thing's gone, or whatever it is. And you can breathe. You can sit in your home in silence, you know, like it's a relief. I think that for the Capricorns, it's a good idea, especially on the 31st or the 1st, to try to be in silence as much as possible. Try to be secluded as much as you can. Because in silence, man, you can gain so much, right? Like when you release and remove all distractions, when you release and remove all the thoughts, right? When you silence your ego, when you silence your pride, you gain wisdom, you gain messages, you gain clarity, you see things clear, right? There's a need to see something clearly here. As a ritual, food, okay? As a ritual, teas, something that you can consume into your body, mixing up ingredients, you know, herbs, for, you know, doing research, right? Like, okay, what is good for healing? What is good for releasing toxins, or, you know, whatever, right? Like there's an herb for everything. But yeah, creating and making something that you can consume ideally, or some of you can just do like simmer pots or something like that and like put your intention into it. But if you can consume it and drink it or eat it, that would be great. But whatever you do on the 31st or any of those days, you know, just make sure you're cooking with intention. You're setting intention for that meal. Yes, 10 of Cups. Beautiful. And a new start here with the Fool. For sure. Wherever you're going, Capricorn, you'll be okay. All right. You know you're going somewhere good. You know you're going somewhere that has your best interest at heart, that is full of love and acceptance, that is going to fill your heart as well, not just take from your heart. You have the Eight of Pentacles. For some of you, this does have to do with a job, a position, employment, authority. And the Three of Cups. Celebration. Yeah. Yeah, wherever you're going, you'll be fine. And I know I said silence your mind and be in silence, and that is still a good idea. But there is celebration here as well. Okay. So in the moments, I'm getting also in the moments of silence, yes. Okay. Release it. Let it go. Let it out of your body. And for some of you, maybe you're doing that now and the days leading up to the 31st. And then you'll be able to celebrate these wins and celebrate your new environment, the new start that you have. But whether you know about this new start or not, there is a new start happening, and it is for your own good, and it is going to bring emotional fulfillment and satisfaction, and you will be praised. You will love what it is that you're doing. You will love your surroundings and your environment and the people in your life at that time. Whatever it is that you're brewing up, give thanks. Let it go, set it free with love, and welcome in the new. All right, let's see. Who's next? Aquarius. All right, what is this season bringing for Aquarius, please? What is the message here? Aquarius. Oh, same. All right. Well, I mean, the Capricorn had this card as well. And the both of you are ruled by Saturn. So you are considered siblings of and daughters and sons of Kronos, of Saturn. Which there is a tale, right? The mythology around this deity, this god, is that he ate his children. Okay. There was one child that he didn't eat. Oh, I think that's Jupiter. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe there is something around that, around your father, around the masculine for you guys at this time. You're letting go of something, an energy that I would say ate you alive, right? Like took everything out of you, like literally affected you, hurt you in some way. Didn't appreciate you. You're letting something go. For you, it's like a little bit more emotional. For you, it's a little bit more close to the heart, or there's like sensitivity around it compared to how I was feeling with the Capricorn. And maybe just because Capricorn is more hard and deals with these dying moments, right? Differently than what Aquarius does. So you also have the bat. Invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undying change. I'm feeling surprise. I don't know if this was a surprise that you weren't expecting this ending. Something has scared you, you know, and all of a sudden this thing is now in your environment, in your reality, and you're dealing with it. So whether you're dealing with this thing that just scared you, that just came out of nowhere now, or you are healing from it, something around those topics is relevant at this time. At the same time, I'm also feeling, I don't think you have anything to be scared of. I think that even though it's an emotional attachment that you had to this thing that is now gone, and it seems like you should have fear, it seems scary, I don't think it really is anything to be scared of. Like, this thing is not for you. Okay, so whatever happened, it's like you felt the aftermath of it, or you felt the change, right? Like the surprise hit you, but I'm also feeling like you were not the target. Yes, you feeling lost, but you were not the target. You or someone is spying, Aquarius. I'm getting spying here. What is this feeling? What are you doing this season? There's some darkness. You are going into some dark, like, alone time. Okay, you're doing this secretly, which you are a very secretive sign. So I'm not surprised there. But you're trying to get clarity on something, but you're doing it, or somebody is trying to get clarity on you. Okay, I don't know what, but somebody is doing something secretly, slyly. Okay, they're not being open about it. Now, rituals for the 31st, or magic that you can do, is scrying or some type of remote viewing, astral projecting. When you see moths, that's the sign that someone is looking into you. You may be doing that at this time, or this time of year. Okay, that's the magic little ritual that's coming through for you. Also, just to get more information or insight, you have the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. Can you see that? Literally, like, I feel that super strongly. I don't know, I'm so sorry. It doesn't feel very good. It just feels like you or someone is stalking. There's some stalking going on. You also have the 4 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Yeah. Nope, sorry. Don't like it. Okay, you need to be careful, Aquarius. Whatever it is, that if somebody is doing this to you, you need to be aware of it. This is your warning. Look around. As you are ending something, there's something else going on here around in your environment that is not the best. That this is you're hurt. You're trying to find clarity. You're trying to see something. You're trying to do something and be slick about it and secretive. And maybe there's some lies happening. I feel violated. I feel like somebody is stepping over the line here. Okay, as they are looking and researching and spying or whatever, they are overdoing it. You're going into places, into things that are none of your business, or vice versa, and you have to be really careful. Definite remote viewing here, I'm seeing. I don't know. I just think that this is all unnecessary, because whatever happened is not for you. It was not intended for you. You are okay. You are safe. Okay. But there may be something that you are not satisfied with. Therefore, this type of energy is coming through. So just be careful with that. What are your intentions? If this is you, what are your intentions and why? What do you want to get out of this? Okay. It's a little, and if we're talking about like real spiritualism and, things from the other side, the other side of the veil, cleanse your house, burn some sage, bless it, invite a priest in, because there's something in your home and they are looking. And for some of you, it's an ancestor that doesn't have the best interests. All right. Who's next? Pisces. All right, what is your dark energy for this time of the year for the Pisces? Pisces. Pisces. No. That's 3 in a row. When I put it back in, I put it in the middle of the deck. I shuffle. Oh my goodness gracious. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. The last 3 signs of the order of Zodiac had the same card. I won't cry for you. Heavy heart. I'm feeling heavy heart. A heart filled with emotion. It's like your heart is made of this deep water. Your heart moves with the waves, with the current, with the seduction. Hear the roaring flames with the masterful trance that calls upon heaving chest. Give in to its alluring grip, if you please, but heed my warning of the claws that draw blood without mercy. What are you doing, Pisces? You're trying to seduce because you're coming from a place of sadness, of loss, of shame, of regret. It's one thing to seduce because you are, talking to somebody and you're feeling sensual, sexual, and, all of those things. But I don't know what this reason is. Again, we're doing shadow readings here, right? We're doing dark readings. So your shadow is coming out. I'm getting, somebody has their Lilith in Pisces. Look into Lilith. Solitary witch. You do your ritual on your own. No one knows what you are doing, what you're cooking up, what type of spell casting you are doing at this time. I think most witches are, solitary. So there's nothing wrong with that. But whatever you're doing, it's for the sake of grasping onto another individual, right? There is seduction magic here. There's love magic going on. If you're a witch and you have practiced or whatever, most of us have done this type of ritual in one way or another, or at least helped others with these types of rituals. So no judgment. But I just think that, I'm feeling this strongly now. I'm so sorry for some of you. You're trying to get the attention and the love and of somebody specific that is not happening. So you are going toward witchcraft to make it happen. Okay, you want to be with somebody, you want someone to love you, and you are looking into witchcraft to help with that. Because I do feel that you are brokenhearted. You have experienced loss. Again, I would say to be very careful with that, because although that might work, it is always a temporary thing. And the aftermath of that is worse than what you started with. So just be careful, okay? You have the 6 of Cups. You think that this person is your soulmate. You think that you're meant to be with this person. You have the 4 of Swords. You're opening old wounds. This person and you may have some history. You are going to your past for love. You are betting on your connection that you once had with a person from your past, but that connection is still alive. You are betting on that connection. That, I don't know. You have the Chariot here. And the Star. Wow. So for some of you, you may have Cancer in your chart, or your other person has Cancer in your chart. Their chart, sorry. But whoever this is, it's like your wish, right? Like, this is the ideal person. This is your wish come true. This is what you want. You were happy with this person. But they were just, they're not at your level, Pisces, okay? They're not at your level. Your heart is too big. Your heart is too strong. You are too strong. This person is like, I don't know what to do with your love. I don't know how to handle your love. You know, I don't even know if I want love. Like, the Page of Cups here representing the other person, the Queen of Cups representing you, a queen and a page. There's no balance there. I'm feeling that some of you overgive. I'm feeling settling. Some of you are settling for your person. It's like, we have history. You know, we could be happy. We were once happy. Maybe you did a ritual and you wanted to bring in connection, and this is what you brought in. Okay, so for some of you, that is the case. Or if you are going to do this type of ritual, a love ritual on the 31st, then okay. But this is what can come out of it. I would say to keep it on a positive, high vibe, focus on your pain and process your pain and your loss and your hurt. For some of you, you're lonely. Okay, that's another thing. And there's a little bit of disparity coming through here with seduction. Okay, so when a person is craving love, craving connection so badly, you know, and they come into contact with another person who, whether they actually love the person or it's just a random, you know, it's the seduction, right? Like, instinctively, unconsciously, you know, when you are feeling this way and you are lonely and you come into contact with another person, or you hear of another person, whatever, you try to seduce them. So you can feel something, so you can connect with them. And this may be somebody doing this with you. And so, yeah, there's a little bit of feeling desperate there, like just to feel alive, just to feel something. But you got to process that. And maybe instead of a love magic, a love reading, a love intention, love spell on the 31st, maybe a spell for healing would be better. But wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, you should go for that Chariot Star energy, which is what is for you. Okay, that whole saying, what is mine will find me, right? If it's meant for me, it will be. That's the trust. That's where you want to go with your energy, with your thought process. What is mine will find me. All right, we're going into Aries. See what message is coming through for the Aries, please. Aries, Aries. Queen of my world. Beautiful. Queen or king? Let's see. So, Queen of my world, I set limits to my world. Inside, I am queen, and outside is lost. I am my world, and my world is me. I am royalty. This is just making me feel, I mean, obviously, right? Like your authority of oneself, your sovereignty, your independence. It's like, I'm only worried about what is important to me, the people in my life, the people that I love in my life, or what is mine, right? Like everything else doesn't matter. I cannot see the outside world. I only live and reside and am active in my realm, in my life. All the other stuff that is happening with, let's just say, acquaintances, work situations, or the gossip, the drama, you know, even friends, I'm feeling for some of you, it's like, I don't care. I don't know anything, right? Like the only thing that matters to me is my family, my loved ones, my home, you know, what I'm creating for my life, for myself. And that is generally a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I am the same way. But if it's coming up for a reason. Here, there's a little bit of shadow here, meaning that there may be an extremity, like you're going into extremes with it. Like psychologically, like your psyche is being affected, I'm feeling. Okay, so you don't want to go into this place of like others perceiving you as crazy, you know, like a spirit in a haunted house that can never leave, right? Like, what is that? I just saw this show on Netflix. It's The Haunting of Hill House or something like that. Like, you know, the mom, I don't know if you've ever seen that show. No spoilers, I'm so sorry. But essentially there's a vibe like that in that show where spirits cannot leave this home, right? They don't know anything outside of it. Right, yeah. Elements, beautiful, working with the elements, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Remember to feel the warmth pulsing through her womb. You are a child of mother. True harmony awaits you. I mean, this is beautiful, you know, just working with the different sides of you. And when you are doing magic, right, like maybe some of you are doing elemental magic. You're incorporating the elements into your altar, into your home. Maybe you are building different altars within your home. You know, the water, the emotion, the air, the intellect, the fire, the willpower, and the earth, the material, the grounding. So there's a need to be steady and balanced within oneself regarding all of these different parts of us. And when you are doing ritual, remembering to incorporate all of the elements will help for you. Prying eyes. Someone has their eyes on you. Yeah, so I'm feeling with you, there is some scrying on the 31st. If there is magic that you wanted to do or something like that, because you are only in your world, you can't see out of it for whatever reason. You can't get out of it for whatever reason. Maybe you are doing some remote viewing or some scrying, right? Where you're looking into a mirror, you're looking into a crystal ball, something like that. And doing divination in that way. I would say if you do that, go outside, okay? Or if you are inside, make sure that there's water. The water, the emotion part of it is coming through strongly for me here. So make sure there's water present, especially right now with Mars in Cancer. All right. You have the Page of Wands. Great. So the fire energy here. This is you starting something new, interested in hobbies and passions and ideas. Maybe you've been secluded for too long, Aries. Maybe you've been in your own realm, your own world for so long that you're losing some passion here. Or you don't know where to take your gifts. You don't know what to do next. You don't know what direction to take. Maybe you are feeling a little directionless here with the elements. It's like going to the elements to help with providing you the direction you need. Because with the moon here, there is a feeling of feeling lost. You have the energy, you have the vitality, you have the willpower, you are strong, you are confident, you know, like you know you're capable, you can do anything. But there's some haziness happening here. I'm also feeling that if you've been stuck inside for so long, or and it doesn't have to be your home. It could be like whatever represents this like queen of my world, right? Could be your relationship, right? And the bonds that you're forming from a love perspective, I'm getting for some of you. It could be maybe you have immersed yourself into a project and you're building something, like I'm getting a business or something like that. But you've been in this for so long. It's like, look up, look around, you know, what have you created? What's going on around you? And there's something that is, whether it's in your psyche or externally, that is hazy. It is that image or that feeling of being a spirit in a home. And maybe some of you, right, have identified that you do have a spirit in your home, but it's not clear. There needs to be some clarity, I'm getting. And was it you or who did I? No, that was Pisces. Sorry. Okay. 5 of Cups, 6 of Wands. Yeah, the advice here is that you have unhealed trauma, you have unhealed emotions, and you have put them in a box. You've put them away and maybe have forgotten about it, or just put a Band-Aid on them, or maybe some denial is coming up here. And it's like something is bubbling up to the surface at this time, that the shadow, the darkness, the long time trauma, right? Representing a spirit, representing an apparition, something like that. It needs to be dealt with, needs to be faced, needs to be put to rest. That could be from a spiritual perspective. That could be from a psychological perspective. I don't know. But working with a crystal ball, working with a mirror, working with even fire and the flame can help when you go into a trance and you meditate and you figure out and you pinpoint what this haziness is here. Okay. All right. Taurus is next. Almost done. Taurus. Okay. Take a deep breath. What is it for Taurus? What is the message? Taurus, please. Artificial heart. Holy moly. Is this you or someone else? The number 12. If I don't feel the warmth of the sun, will I blame the sun or myself? Building oneself to specifications, steeling oneself to adversity, dreaming of electric sheeps. If I don't feel the warmth of the sun, will I blame the sun or myself? What is it that prevents you from going in and opening your heart and allowing yourself to feel, to really feel? There is this thing around your like you being guarded so much. Like I am feeling like impenetrable, like force, right? Like No one can get in ever type of feeling here. So much so that over the years and over time, it has created a persona. It is formed itself. You have formed yourself in a specific way. You have molded yourself. You have developed and changed over time. It's like, what is that? Petrified wood. Okay, like over the years, the wood just hardens into a rock. So this is the feeling I'm getting for you. You don't look the same. You don't act the same. You are not the same from who you were years ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, whatever. Because you have formed a boundary around your heart. Therefore, it has physically changed your appearance. It has physically changed your environment, your way of living, your way of being. Some of you feel like I'm in too deep. I cannot go back. I've worked so hard. I've been this way for so long. For me to change is impossible. You are already unchangeable as it is. For you to go reverse this process, man, that's going to take a lot. If you decide to do that, you can do it. You are powerful enough to do it. But the broom, the number 8. What dreams may come from what you seek? Dang. Make room, make way, a clearing need be. Taurus. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that yeah, you are going to do this job. You are going to do this work, and you're going to reverse this that you have created. So much can come out of it, obviously, you know. And it's a matter of, I'm getting for some of you, you have committed yourself to this process, to this way of being. But now it's like, if you were to make a change, you're going against yourself. You told yourself that you would never open up again. You told yourself that you would never experience this again, or invite this into your life again, or whatever. For some reason, at this time of year, this time of your life, this is not what you want anymore. But you are fighting yourself here. And you're like, I don't want this anymore. Why did I do this to myself? I've spent and wasted so much time, because now I'm ready. Now I want to be open. Now I want to be real with my heart. But you're going against the commitment that you made yourself before. And this is the number 15, the sacred vows, right? I am saying that you can commit yourself to this new thing. It's okay to change. There's nothing wrong with change. It's like you're so held and on to this thing of not changing, that to change and to welcome in change would be a disservice to yourself. You're so committed to yourself and your convictions and what you stand for, who you are, that for you to welcome anything different, even though your higher self, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your essence is begging you to change, you can't. So you're in conflict. Okay. What dreams may come from what you seek? Make room, make way, a clearing need be. You need to get rid of that box that your heart is in. You need to get rid of the safe, unlock the safe, open it up, in order for you to make room for what you want. Sacred vows. On the 31st, if you want to do any type of magic, intention work, write. Okay? I've done this before. It helps to release. You can write a letter to the old self, write a letter to your old commitment, write a letter to the vows that you once took and release them with love. And then write a new letter for your new vows that you're about to take, to your new self, to the new path, to the new life. It's okay to change the vows. This life is meant to change. We're not meant to stay the same the entire time. We are only here and on average of 80 years. Why would we want to stay the same for the entire duration of that time? Why would we want to spend and waste time, days, months, years on resisting change or depriving oneself when we are meant to experience, we are meant to feel, to taste, to touch, to smell, to see things, to experience different people, experience different places on this planet. Like this, our soul has this opportunity to live within a vessel called the human body, so it can experience things differently from a material 3D perspective here on this planet. Why deprive it of these feelings? Because you're enclosed in a box, thinking that if you open it, you're going to experience loss, heartache, because you once have, I'm sure. But that's all part of the life. That's all part of the experience. To lose and to love, to hate and to love, to cry and to laugh, all of it is one, right? Like experience it all. Of course, you have the Empress. Yeah, I mean, the Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups, like open your heart. She's literally, this Taurus wants to feel and is fighting themselves. I don't even know. The Taurus is so powerful in your abilities. If you even used a tiny bit of your magic, a tiny bit of your intention, you would make huge changes. Like your power is so strong. And whoever I'm reading for, you just sit on it. You just sit on it. You have the Knight of Wands and the World. Yeah, this is a big change. This is a big time for you here, Taurus. The universe, God, spirit, the earth is asking you to change, is asking you to make a different choice, react differently, respond differently this time. Come from your heart. Come from the real, deep, deep, deep parts of that love, that heart that you have. You are worth it. You are capable. I'm speechless. Like, I don't feel that I have the right words to communicate and articulate who you are, right? Like who you represent in your life, for your people, for your family, like whichever Taurus I'm picking up on. And the specialness and the royalness, like the royalty, like the status, the high status. Maybe it's in the spirit realm where you hold a high status here, right? Like you are above because of your heart also, For some of you, it's like, be careful to not swallow the sword here physically. Like literally, it's what this card is like saying. Like, I don't know, the words that you're choosing to say, how you're communicating, like what are you really saying? Are you coming from a place of truth? Are you being real? Be careful with your words. You also have the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of sexual passion, sensual stuff happening. And the world is like, you can do this. You can do this. Like, let's go. Let's do something different. Make this change. Okay. All right. Who's next? Gemini. Gemini. What is this message for the Gemini, please? Sacrifice. Number 7. Even if I have to break apart, as long as it serves a purpose, I've accepted my duty, and in my release, I found freedom. The stage you're in right now is anger. You have a role to play. You are playing your role. You think you have a role to play. You think that this is your role, whatever it is that you're doing, that you are coming across as, right? Like, are you the savior? Are you the knight in shining armor? Are you the protector? Are you the one of service? Like, what is your role? But at what cost? At what cost? You are playing this role and you are delivering and you're doing your job. You're doing your part, but at what cost? Some of you are doing it out of spite at this moment, at this point. Something is coming through out of spite. Why the need to sacrifice? Okay, so you're trying to gain something in return. Sacrificing one thing to gain something else. Rebirth. There's a death and awe that awakens, for it isn't blissful or painless. It's a mighty rising. O flame resurrected. There needs to be transformation here. There needs to be change. You are sacrificing something for the sake of change. For the sake of to start something new. Okay, so you once had this thing, it died, and you're trying to rejuvenate it. You're trying to bring it back to life. But in order to do that, there has to be a sacrifice. So maybe for some of you on the 31st, you're doing some type of sacrificial magic, which is intense. Witch's brew. This is saying there's another way. There is another way, because it's seek alternative solutions. Doesn't have to be done this way. It's like open your mind. You're too involved. You need to step out for a bit so you can see the situation as a whole and then make some adjustments, because it doesn't have to be this way. The rebirth, it's like you're doing, I don't know why. And it's spooky season. I've been watching all kinds of Halloween themed type of movies. So it reminds me of Practical Magic, when the sisters bring back the guy that they killed, the boyfriend they killed. And it's like, why did they do it? Right? Because they didn't want to go to jail. They didn't want to get in trouble, whatever. And so there's something around that. Like, you're doing this, but it's not right. Right? Like in that movie, it wasn't right. Like I don't know. Maybe you're into necromancy. I don't know. No judgment. But I would think that is messing with the laws of the universe, right? And I understand, for people who are really into the magic, you have to sacrifice it. There's a sacrifice that needs to be had in order to bring someone back from the dead, right? So if you want to bring someone back from the dead, you have to sacrifice another person to make sure that you still maintain that balance. So that's like a literal analogy, whatever. But that's the same thing here. So you're sacrificing one thing for another, but it's still not right. Like, you're trying to bring something back from the dead that is not meant to be brought back. And it has you sacrificing a part of yourself that is not needed. It's not necessary. And I'm also feeling for some of you, it's wrong. Like whatever it is you're sacrificing, you need that. You need it. You're going against the law of nature. For some of you, and I get this for the Gemini a lot, it's like you're so magical. You're so like universal, like galactical. You know, I always get this whole like universal energy with you. But what was I trying to say? Hold on. I lost it. Yeah. So whatever it is that you're sacrificing, you need it. Like your purpose here is not this. Your purpose on this planet is not this that you're trying to bring back from the dead. It was a moment in time. It was something that you needed to experience to learn the lesson, to gain the wisdom. That's it. You know, thank you. Goodbye. Like, I appreciate the time. Goodbye. No matter how good or how bad. But I'm getting this super strong. Like, you're trying to bring something back that's not meant to be brought back. And you're sacrificing a part of you that you need in order to fulfill your purpose on this planet at this time of life. That is always a huge message that I get with you. And there's this stubbornness. There's this like, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to do this thing. Like, what? I've been reading for you on this platform on YouTube for 2 years, a year. I don't know. And the entire time it's like you've been working on this thing. Like, when are you going to understand that it's not meant to be? If it was meant to be, you wouldn't be putting so much energy into it. It's unnecessary. And I'm so sorry for whoever this is. It's not for everybody. I get it. I'm sorry. So you have the 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, 2 of Swords, Knight of Cups. Again, bringing something back from the dead here. No. 7 of Swords, no. You're working really hard on something that is not supposed to be. Let nature handle it. Let the universe handle it. It is out of your hands. You're not responsible for this thing. You're not in control of it. Like, focus on yourself. You're wasting precious time on this when you should be focusing on something else that really, really needs you. 2 of Swords, Knight of Cups. You're going in blind. You don't have all the information, but you're still doing it anyway because you're doing it from love. You are infatuated with something or a person or a relationship. Like, you're possessed by it. You're obsessed with it at this point. Step out. You need to step outside of yourself to see the real thing. And maybe on the 31st, you do some brewing magic. So within the fumes, within the flames, you know, within the scents and the tastes and all of that, there is something comes through and you get a message that you need to get. Cancer. Cancer. What is the message for the Cancer, please? Fated to suffer. That is not true. That is a mental thing that you have going on that you need to figure out, Cancer. Fated to suffer. You're not fated to suffer. It's all in our perception and the decisions that we make. Feeling confined into a script, forced by other, and never really fought. Heading toward a destination of pain. If you know the future, you forsake your choices. Only with no fate, life is free to unfold into unknown shores. If you know the future, you forsake your choices. Yeah. Depression is the state you're in. I want to say, are you psychic? You probably are. But this is a belief system. It's not your psychic abilities coming through. All right. So you need to distinguish that from the beginning. you're thinking that because you're in a depressed mode, and I understand, you're thinking that you are not meant to be happy for whatever reason. And this is playing out in different ways for different people. So take it as you will. But I mean, you need to wake up. You need to step outside of this darkness that you are in and see things for how they really are. When people are depressed, they are lacking. There's a perception that they are lacking in some other place, whether that be love, motivation, money. You know, they just don't have the willpower to do anything. They don't want to do anything. You know, they've lost their essence, their life essence. And I'm also getting for this Cancer, you know, you probably are familiar with melancholia and feeling that way. So it is a comfortable state to be in. And I get that as well. But it's coming through for a reason, because at this time, the universe is asking you, like, okay, I understand that you like to feel sad. I understand that you like to be in this melancholic realm. But right now, you need to get out. Right now, it's not the time and place for that. You need to work. You need to do something here. The third harvest, daughters of the woods, feel thy sacred swell with suppleness. Taste the gathering of honey's milk, filling your emptiness. Yeah, great gratitude here. Look around you. Look at the blessings. I am so sure that you have so much to be grateful for. And when you look at that, you know that there's no reason for you to be in this depressed mode at this time. So pick yourself up, take a shower, get dressed, love your family, love your people, love your home, love yourself, go outside, do something, get out of it, make a different choice, get up, get out of bed, get off the sofa. The spirits, respecting spirit. Yeah, for the Cancer, on the 31st at this time, you have work to do with your ancestors, with the spirit realm here. You cannot, if you are, what is this, like, if you practice, if you identify as a witch and you practice ritual and, you know, this is your belief system, right? Don't skip on this. There's preparation. I'm reading for you guys the week of Samhain, the week of Halloween, okay? You need to prepare for your ritual. You need to cleanse your home. You need to cleanse yourself. You need to protect your loved ones in that home, protect yourself. You need to create the altars. You need to go buy the supplies, but no depression. Get up, get out of this, and get to work because you have ritual to do, okay, soon. This is telling me don't skip on this, okay? Because you have a lot to gain with ritual this year. There is something powerful coming through. Your spirit team is coming through. For some of you, I feel that, I got the chills. Like, for some of you this year, you are going to be gaining a new spirit team. I'm sorry. You're going to be gaining a new spirit team. Okay. So it's time to meet them. It's time to connect with them. It's time to acknowledge. And maybe this is why you've been in this depressed mode, because you feel the change happening. You feel the change coming through. So it's like you're sort of just waiting for the call. 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Again, yes, the depression is here. But the 6 of Cups is like this unconditional love coming through, okay? So I don't know if you feel like you are lacking or you don't feel accepted or loved unconditionally. If this is toward God, universe, spirit, like, you know that you are. You just have to connect again so you can feel that. If this has to do with your family, with your partner, you know, and you don't feel accepted or loved in that way, it has everything to do with a trauma experience and that feeling that you get sometimes where you are not worthy. The third harvest is telling you to be grateful and see your blessings. You have the Five of Swords. Oh my goodness. Yes, you are not okay emotionally. And the Seven of Wands. You're fighting yourself on something here. Be careful with that destruction that that ability that you have to destroy the good in your life. Okay? You're fighting something. I would just say, for the sake of the people you love, if you can't do it for yourself, do it for your kids, do it for your partner, your family, and just try it. Try to fake it if you can and get out of the energy. Eventually, when you force yourself, even if it's coming from a forced place, eventually you'll get out of it and you'll understand, like, okay, yeah, you know, I was down. You're strong enough, capable enough, aware enough, conscious enough. Like, I mean, you could get out of this, you know, you just have to change your mental. It's a mental shift here to get out of that. But like I said, there is a huge message here with the spirits, and there's a deeper calling. Hear the call, heed the call, connect with them. Force yourself to get out of bed, force yourself to get out of this. Every morning, wake up, be thankful, say a prayer, be grateful, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and you'll end up getting out of this situation. I'm just really, really excited for what's to come. I'm so excited for that. Like, this is a huge change this time of year, and it's the beginning of something, you know, the rest, like the next phase, the next part of something here. So, okay, who's next? Leo. Leo. Atonement, number 31. Okay. Accepting the full burden of responsibility, the fair as well as the unfair, with no discount. Accepting pain is a way to survive the pain. Not all things burn, but some should. Okay, something happened recently in your past that you feel you are paying for at this time. It's okay. It's okay. I do think that this card is coming through because you probably are thinking to yourself, whatever, like maybe you're going through some challenges or through some obstacles, and you're just saying to yourself, like, I deserve this. Or maybe you don't think that, like, you don't understand why it's happening or something like that. But this is a consequence of an action and a choice that you made a while back. Okay, this is the result of something that you have done, that you made. It doesn't have to be super bad either. All right, for some of you, maybe it is, right? Like, you did something wrong, you hurt somebody, whatever, and now you feel like you're paying for it. For others of you, it's just some aftermath of choices that you made before. And whether you had good or bad intentions, like the way the card said, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, you're going through the results of it now. Okay, so this is just, for me, to my way of seeing these types of moments in life is like, accept it, right? Take responsibility. You did what you did. You are living through the results of that now. You're not going to be in that state forever. You know, deal with it, get through it, make things right, move on. There's no sense in dwelling when these moments happen. It's like taking responsibility. I did what I did. Okay, right? I'm paying for it now. Okay. You know, do I feel bad? Maybe. Do I not? Maybe. I don't know. And that's irrelevant. The point is, in order for you to get through it and not stay in this place of regret, guilt, shame, whatever, how do you rectify that? And how do you come to terms with, like, I shouldn't feel bad, is by making a better choice again later, right? So doing better, right? Not like learning from your mistakes, basically, is how you can get out of that state of feeling shame, regret, and all of that when you are paying for something that you did before. And maybe that is a selfish way of living. I don't know. But if you see that you made a mistake, if you see you came from a selfish place, if you see that, you know, you didn't have the best intention in mind for your other people in your life, whatever, and you're paying for that now, okay, maybe you feel some guilt. Great. That means you're human. But how do you rectify that internally so you don't hold that shame forever? You learn from it. You make better choices in the future. Rooted. May you never tear the living ritual. What? Tear, sorry. May you never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul. Ground. There's something around, like, what you're made of. Are you made of love, compassion, empathy, your values, what you stand for? Maybe you went against that before, right? What do you stand, like be authentic, be true at all times to your roots and the makeup that is you, right? Like, what qualities and characteristics do you have that create you individually, right? And be honest to that and adhere to those qualities and to those belief systems, you know, like your morals, your sense of what's good and what's not good, right? What's good and what's bad. Don't change those things for whatever reason, whatever had you go against yourself before. Mud and moss. Yeah. Okay. So, you want to walk barefoot outside, for one. I doubt that you're going to want to be covering yourself up in mud. And if you do, then great. But earthing and rooting and grounding are going to help you throughout this time. So if you do any type of intention work, spellcraft work, whatever, make sure that it has to do with the earth element. Try to go outside, you know, put your hands in the dirt. Feel Mother Nature on your body. Knight of Pentacles and the Tower. Something has taken a really long time, but it's here. It's finally here. Whatever it is that has been taking forever, that you've been waiting on, that you've been working on. And these are your results. This is a result of the work that you put into something. And I'm so sorry, but I'm feeling for some of you, you're not happy with these results because there was a lot of stagnation. You know, you procrastinated, you waited. And if this is just like a warning, you know, be careful, because if you wait, the results that come through later, you're not going to like them. Nine of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Love it. It's still going to be in your favor. It's going to give you a sense of independence and freedom, material stability, financial stability, and overall emotional fulfillment. Okay. If you atone, if you make a change and change those reactions and responses and the choices that you make, you can potentially create all of this beautiful results in your life. Okay. There's something about you are like paying for what you've done in order to clear the air, clear the energy, and finally start to receive some good in your life. And I would say for intention work on the 31st, when you go outside, you know, and talk to mother, talk to earth, talk to the planet, put your hands on the ground and invoke the spirit and, you know, have a conversation and atone, right, for what you've done. It's almost like the Catholics, what is it? What do they do? Oh my goodness, I forgot the word. But like when they go and they confess, there you go, confession. It's almost like that. All right, who's next? Virgo. Ooh, that was fast. Sacrifice. Of course. Of course. What are you sacrificing? Greet the darkness. Ooh. Here where the spine bends and the moth quivers, breathes the hidden. The pieces that make you whole, but cut deep with all of their sharp edges. Greet the darkness. Well, I mean, facing your shadow, facing yourself is not always fun, you know, but I'm feeling for you. You can sense that your shadow is wanting to come out. You know, your shadow side, your dark side wants to come out. At this time of year, it's okay to welcome it through as long as you are obviously doing no harm. But there's something about that, like welcoming in your shadow. The shadow helps with our confidence. The shadow helps with our sense of like confidence, but like also our own sovereignty and authority over oneself and our ability to really like be non-apologetic about who we are and what we're doing, what we stand for. You know, the conviction, right? Like the darkness helps with all of that. Enter at your own risk. At the same time, as always, there is balance that we need to have. So while you are welcoming in the dark, welcoming in your shadow, you know that once you're about to cross a certain line of yours where you are going to go in too deep, in too far, once you've come and approach this line, this is saying, think about it, think it through. I don't know, Virgo. I mean, maybe for some of you, you're really being spiteful and maybe just a little hateful at this time, and you want to cause a reaction and you want to ruffle some feathers. And okay, I get it, you know, especially because you've sacrificed so much and you feel like you can. Okay. Mm-hmm. Maybe on the 31st, you're going all in. Maybe you are welcoming in your full bad girl, bad boy, and you are doing something. I am not one to say no to that because it is, like I said, the dark side does help. If you are naturally a person who is passive, who allows others to walk all over you, who is overly welcoming, overly accepting, overly forgiving, all of that stuff, okay, maybe, yeah, maybe it's good, you know, to go into full dark mode at this time, because you've had enough, right? But if you're not generally like that, then that means like the more confident you are and the more powerful you exude, the more power you exude of oneself and authority, and you meet your darkness and you go all in and you cross that line, the more damage you can do, you know. So depending on where you're at, right, with like your normal state of being, are you really evil? Are you really bad? If you're good and you go toward the light more, then maybe your dark won't be as bad and you can really go all in and dive deeply into it. But if you already identify as a darker type of energy, and you decide to go all in, I feel like you can do some real damage here. So you just want to be careful. And when a Virgo is crossed, yeah, no, I wouldn't want to be in your way. Okay, so you have the Five of Swords, Four of Wands, Queen of Wands. Ooh. And the Tower. Oh, yeah, you are breaking things down at this time. And it's probably what is needed, you know. Even though you sacrifice so much, you're done. And also, I feel like you're sacrificing the thing that you have worked so hard to build. It's like you're going full destructive mode at this time. And on the 31st, whatever you're about to do, just once you're about to cross that line, all this is asking is that you understand that there will be consequences. You are making a bargain, you are making a deal, and there will be a sacrifice to be had in order to go fully into your shadow and really break down this thing and make this and cause destruction. Okay, so do you want to fulfill that yearning to destroy and to go into the darkness? Okay, and you have all the power behind you to do it. It will affect your family and your home in some way, FYI. But, you know, if you decide to do it, just know that you are sacrificing something and there will be consequences that you have to deal with later. As all things have consequences. It's just some things we'd rather not sacrifice. All right, who's next, Libra? Last but not least, Libra, what is your dark energy reading? Libra. Fated to suffer. That's what the Cancer had. No, stop it. So you are a little depressed at this time. No hope. You don't see hope. You lost your hope. You regret. The Libra regrets. Black Cat. There's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return with light in their eyes and shadow leading home. There's something for you in the dark. And you're going to get it. You're going to see the message. You're going to see the light in the dark. You're going to come back with this message. You're going to come back with this sense of realization. But not everybody can do this. For some of you, you're going through one of those death rebirth experiences, those dark night of the souls. And you're doing it consciously. You are aware of it. And it says only, where did I see this? There's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return with light in their eyes and shadow leading home. It's not easy is what I'm trying to say. Okay. It's not the best feeling. You know that you have to go into this dark state in order for you to grasp and get the thing that you need. You need to go into the dark. You're looking for something. You need to bring something back with you from there. You know that that's where you go to get it. And that's probably your confidence. That's probably your power. Okay. You're going into your shadow. You're going into your dark because you need to re-up. I'm getting like re-up on your power, which is fine. The blood trail, blood magic, magnificence. Going to your bloodline. Maybe you're working with your ancestors on the 31st and you're asking for power as well. You need to fill yourself up with your power at this time to do something you're about to embark on. There's going to be something coming through where you're going to have to use all of your might, all of your strength, your mental agility, like your heart, like you're going to have to go fully into something, and it's going to take a lot out of you. And you may be using your gifts, I'm getting, as well. The gifts that have been passed on to you from your bloodline, from your soul line even. And maybe on the 31st, you are going into trance, you're going into the dark during ritual, and you're meeting up with this bloodline here. And they are blessing you with your gifts or a gift or something like that. Nine of Swords, King of Pentacles. Don't worry. You're good. You're better than you know. You're better than you perceive. You're better than you think. You're in a good place. There's no need to worry. Knight of Pentacles. You are stable. You are secure. You're strong. You're rooted. You're grounded. Just be careful with temptation here with the devil. You're worried about something, though. Yeah. Whatever it is that has you worried, you have determined that in order for you to have peace of mind, you have to do something that is going to require your power, your gifts here. Okay. And some of that may need to be in the shadow realm. Some of that work that you're doing to make sure that you're solid and secure and good has to do with the shadow side of you, the dark side of you, however that looks, whatever that means. But you need to tap into the dark side of you in order to rid yourself of the worry, anxiety, and fear, and have more confidence and do something about your current financial situation. But you're also being blessed by your ancestors on the 31st with the gifts of your family line, your lineage. All right. Okay. Well, that was everyone. I hope you guys had a good time with this reading and you got something out of it. Again, my goal is always to provide you with some insight and perspective on your current situation. If you are interested in a personal reading from me, my email address is on the description of this video. Just shoot me an email. We'll set something up. Otherwise, like the video. If you got anything out of it, subscribe to the channel, of course. And thank you so much for your time and energy. I really do love reading for all of you. Have a wonderful, magical week. And I hope to see you here for the November readings. I'm about to get those started soon. So you'll be seeing those posted on the channel. So don't miss out on those, okay? Thank you so much. Have a great week. Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. Happy Day of the Dead. Bye, guys.